Bonjour, hello dear. Welcome to my channel about entrepreneurship and personal leadership tips. This time from Paris, Paris Réveil, and so do I. I have something very special to celebrate with you, and that is that my daughter graduated from high school. And I know it hasn't been an easy game for her, especially the first couple of years. But then the turning point came when the school allowed her to drop the subjects that she didn't like and concentrate on the subjects that she really enjoyed. So that is something that I want to look into, zoom into for any goal that we might have in life. So not only for finishing high school. I think what happened here is two things, or one thing in two. She could determine what she likes doing, so which subjects she wanted to do and which not. So she kind of thought about what do I like to do, and by doing so she got a focus, or so she could with this focus really produce results, and so she graduated. Woohoo! So how this translates, why I'm saying this in the context of leadership, personal leadership and entrepreneurship, is because this applies to any other goal, and this is in the business world called building a brand. So when you want to focus on the things that you love doing, that is what are those the things like that, it's you build a brand. It's funny, isn't it? I never thought of brand like this. I thought brand is like, a set of colors, shapes, and something that you remember the company by. But the brand is actually much more, and it applies to people like you and me, a personal brand. So it doesn't have to be a company. Remember I said you can look at yourself as if you were a company, yourself, your life business. So let me just decompose three major ingredients of building a brand, and it's a very, very interesting subject. So, and I'll take the example of companies so we can then apply this to our own selves. Okay, first ingredient of building a brand when you go to a brand workshop, it is what are your values? So what do you stand for? Do you stand for freedom? Do you stand for like here I am in France, they have in their slogan liberté, fraternité and égalité. So freedom, helping each other, and everyone is equal, right? Those are the three values of this Republic of France. That's really something important for them, and they have fighted and lost lives for that. So what are your personal values? And this is what you want to align with. Do you want to align with people, products, services, goals that are aligned with your personal values? And we do that unconsciously, but when you put a conscious attention to it, that is where the acceleration happens. So you remember my daughter, she had the possibility to choose between subjects that she liked and subjects that she didn't like. That's the focus. You choose with which values you align and with which you don't. Now, that's not always an easy task. I'll say in the context of a high school, you have predefined subjects. So you say, okay, so you do the thinking, but everything is predefined. Do I like mathematics more than geography? Somehow it's easier to decide, although for her it was not an easy game either. But in life is much more colorful. It's much more difficult to really make choices so that you can focus. For example, I have two values that I want to follow up on. One is the freedom and adventure, and the other one is being loyal and have security. So, sometimes in life I have situations where I need to choose between these two, and that is how I make the decision. So I always choose for freedom instead of loyalty in those cases. And this means that freedom is really something very important to me, and that if I would be building a company, the freedom will be an element to choose any product, or if I will be looking for job, freedom would be what I know I will need. So second thing, we talked about the values. Second thing when you build a brand, personal or company brand, doesn't matter, is the people. And we are social beings, so if you are a company, you cannot survive without employees or without customers. So, and if you are and so you ask yourself, what kind of customers do I want to serve? What kind of problems do I want to solve? This will become part of your brand. And for the person, it's exactly the same. So you say, with what kind of people do I want to work? What is the expertise that I want to build, for which people will come to me? And so this is how you give yourself focus. You choose who you're gonna be. You choose to build your brand. And of course, here it's good to mention that choices that you don't. Some people say, well, you will lose spontaneity. I want to live my life just like this, you know, with whatever comes to me, it's good enough. And that's also okay approach. You can, you know, live like that. But if you really want to accelerate and achieve huge results in a short time, I really advise you to look at yourself and think consciously about your brand. What is your brand? You know, values, with which people I want to do business, or I want to be in my life, and accelerate. You know, don't just leave things to happen or might not happen. It will happen or will not happen. By building your personal brand, looking at yourself as a company strategically, or looking at your company strategically, you are much more. You put yourself on the road to success, I'm sure. Okay, let me just say the third element of brand strategy that I find very important is how you're going to achieve things. So it's good to think about values, it's good to think about people, but at the end, the really concrete things are the services and the products. So if you are a company, if you are creating your own online business or whatever, then it's the services that you're going to design and the products that you are selling. This is how you put your brand outside in the world, and this is how you provide value to others, and this is how you earn money. So it's good that your services and your products are all aligned with what you want to be. If you are a person, it's no different. It's the services that you provide, services and who you are, products that you provide to your employee, to your boss, to your co-workers, to your friends, to your family. So go to these 3 points and just see how you will get more clarity about your about your purpose. Actually, that's what people mean by purpose, I believe. The working on your brand. All right, well, I have to go now, explore Paris a bit more before I start working, and speak to you soon. Take care.